welcome to this special broadcast. I am Umudu Gajaga. Thank you if you're just joining us. It's about Gina Mariam Bittaye. Her exploits on the tracks, queen of the tracks for the Gambia and Africa in general. She won 5 gold medals, 1 silver and 2 bronze. That's in the African continent. And this year, she's been in phenomenal form when it comes to the tracks, 100 meters and 200 meters. Qualified for the Olympic Games, it is going to be her 3rd Olympic Games, which is going to be in Paris in just a few weeks. We're going to see her on the tracks in the 100 meters and 200 meters. And currently, she's at the airport. The plane has just landed, and we will be following her exploits at the airport and as she makes her way. Something big is going to happen on Friday morning, 10 a.m. here at the QCell building, but we will keep that for now. Joining me in the studio is Amadou Tamba, my colleague. Well, Amadou, Gina Mariam Bittaye is the special athlete that we are talking about today, and this is an athlete that you were together with for 2 weeks in Ghana for the African Games. Tell us something before we start the ball rolling.
Thank you very much, Gajaga, and a very good evening to all the viewers. It's a pleasure to be here and, of course, talk about the achievements of this wonderful, wonderful woman who has contributed immensely to Gambian track and field events. Yes, I was with her in the African Games in Accra, Ghana. She was absolutely very, very good for the Gambia. She prepared very well going into the competitions, and I was absolutely amazed with her exploits in Ghana, because in all the races that she took part, she finished top of all those races. So coming home with 2 gold medals, absolutely, she had put in a lot of work, and good that she got to this level, and she's even much more hungry to get more success in the future.
Fantastic stats, my colleague Amadou Tamba is going to continue to guide me on this program throughout as we bring you this special broadcast. And now joining me, another colleague at the Banjul International Airport is Aliou Cisse. Aliou is on the line to describe the scene for us. Aliou, what's happening at the airport? Yes, it appears we've lost contact with Aliou Cisse, but we will continue. Well, Amadou, Gina Mariam has been in scintillating form this year. She keeps on improving her timing. You know, she even ran sub 11 seconds for the first time in her athletics career. It's been a phenomenal year.
Absolutely. As you said, I think all goes down to preparation and, of course, abiding by the dictates of what the game requires for you to perform and keep performing at the highest level. I think Gina is someone who respects training a lot, and she times herself very well to know what to do as far as you are on the training ground, and after training what you need to do, and the relaxation as well. For her to come back the next event and, of course, live up to expectations. So she has prepared a lot, and she really knows what she wants in the game, and she has been working tirelessly to ensure that she gets that. And I am not surprised that year after year you see her improving when it comes to the timing, as you said, and when it comes to the medals that she has been winning. And absolutely, I think she's someone that Gambians are proud and will continue to be proud of.
She's edging closer to the Olympic Games. We're now counting days, and in that Olympic Games, her wish is to reach at least the final. And this year, if you check overall, until yesterday, the rankings in the 100 meters in terms of the fastest women around the world, she's ranked 16th. And there was a time a few weeks ago when she ran the sub 11 seconds, she was somewhere around 8. But overall, this is not a bad timing.
Absolutely not a bad timing, and I think she can do better than that, looking at the kind of woman that she is, and the races that she has been competing in. And I think she absolutely has a lot that she can offer, and I believe that she will absolutely go beyond that.
Amadou, we will come back to you again from there, and let's join Aliou Cisse, my colleague at the airport. Aliou, please describe the scene for us.
Thank you very much, Modu Gajaga and Amadou Tamba. Well, viewers, if you're just watching TV, we are live here at the Banjul International Airport, where the flight carrying the Gambia's queen
Gina Bass has just arrived here at the Banjul International Airport, SN Brussels. Gina Bass is one of the best athletes this country has ever produced, and she's just been received here by her husband and manager, Mustafa Bittaye, and of course, Lamin Yafa, who's the senior sales manager, QCell, and Amin Sise, senior marketing manager, QCell, here to receive Mariam Gina Bass Bittaye, who is arriving in the country for what will be a historic, signing ceremony as brand ambassador of QCell Gambia. That is Gina here, just landed here at the Banjul International Airport on board SN Brussels. And like I said, Gina is also getting ready for the Olympics in France. And like I said, that's the husband, Mustafa Bittaye, who is also the manager as well. And like I said, senior officials of QCell, Sise, who is the marketing manager, and Lamin Yafa, senior sales manager, are here to receive Mariama, of course, Mariama Bittaye, or many know her as Gina Bass, who is arriving in the country, for a significant a milestone signing ceremony with QCell Gambia, one of the leading GSM companies in the country. And this is quite historic, Gajaga and Amadou. It has, Gina has been celebrated, not only by the government and Gambians, but having a company as big as QCell coming in to sign her as a brand ambassador, this is the first time, and this is something that everyone is elated about. And then outside the airport, there's huge ambience there. We have, the Scorpion fans club, and of course other people from this country who have just, gathered here at the international airport in Yundum. Basically, we're just heading to the arrival lounge, and then we will speak to, of course, Gina and her husband, and of course, officials of QCell. Back to you on the studio on Kairaba Avenue.
Thank you very much. That's my colleague Aliou Cisse there at the airport, describing the scene for us after the arrival of Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye as she prepares for the Olympic Games in Paris. Looking forward to see her on that track and reaching the finals of both the 100 meters and 200 meters of the women, which is, of course, possible. In Africa, she's been like the best. It's only Marie-José Talou who has a better timing, that is the sub 11 seconds. They both had 10.98 and 10.991. So that's been a very close affair there. But getting to the world stage, she's been in great form. The Stockholm meeting, and then, also she was in Paris just recently, came out second in the 100 meters. And in Kenya, also, we've seen her at the Senior African Championship. And aside from that also, even in Czech Republic, she was also competing there. Lots of competitions, and this prepares you well for a major international competition like the Olympic Games, Amadou.
Well, absolutely. As an athlete, that's what you need. You don't just need to train and sit. You need to train and compete, and competing at the highest level against the best of athletes around the world. And of course, it's really very good for an athlete's developmental career, because once you're training and you're not competing, it's absolutely not helping. And I think Gina has gone into so many competitions in Africa and the world at large, and she has not only been competing, she has been competing and winning, and that is absolutely very good. I've been at the African Games where she competed around about 6 races, and she absolutely finished first in all those races. And after that, I engaged some of her colleagues that she ran together with, of course the Nigerian, and of course the Liberian, who finished second and third, and they showed so much respect to her. They absolutely knew what she could do on the track, and giving her that respect. And I believe from the African Games and other games that she competed in, other athletes that she will be facing at the Olympics in Paris will absolutely accord her that same respect. To know that, look, she's coming from a small country like the Gambia in Africa, but we have to give this woman the maximum respect, because she has absolutely been performing at the highest level, and she has absolutely been delivering the goods. So I think the creative environment that she needs to train, and all the necessary support, all the necessary encouragement, all the necessary coaching that she needs to get should be on the table for her to get a very stable and clear mind to get into Paris. And I'm very much sure that she will do us good.
Just to give you a little synopsis about Gina Mariam Bittaye's career as an athlete, the history, just a little bit of it. Gina Mariam Bittaye made her first international appearance in 2011 at the World Youth Championship near Lille, that's in France, where she was eliminated in the first round of the 100 meters with a time of 12.44 seconds. And she then reached the semi-finals of the 100 meters at the Commonwealth Youth Games in Douglas, where she was eliminated.
So, I mean, you're getting ready for the Olympics in France. How has been the preparation?
I'm on it. After here, I have to go back for training camp to prepare towards against it. Yeah.
Okay. And we have seen, I mean, you've been received here by officials of QCell and, of course, your husband and manager, Mustafa Bittaye. How's the feeling like, I mean, coming home and being received, I mean, by the senior officials?
I feel good. I feel honored receiving QCell and my husband being present here to receive me as their special guest QCell.
Mun nga ñu wax rek ban yëg nga am tey gannaaw bi nga ñëfsee Gambia ameen ñëpp xam ne yaa ngi waajal pour Olympics bi waaye in the past yaa ngi doon compete si compétition yu bari ban yëg nga am tey gannaaw bi nga ñëfsee nga jël sa husband ak sa manager ñëw fii ak nit yu bàyyi ko ak QCell ñëw pour welcome la si airport bi.
Man de aw sama lay ana mbégte rek gis sama jëkkër ko xamante ne géej naa ko gis ak QCell bi xamante ne ñoo waral tey suma ñëw bi fii kontaan naa trop.
So naka la waajaay bi pour Olympics bi?
maa ngi prepare towards it, preparing myself. I just hope for the best.
Mustafa ñëw nga pour welcome sa jabar mu nekk di ko am ne Gambia yëpp ko naw. I mean, she is like the queen of tracks as far as athletics is concerned in the Gambia. Ban yëg nga am tey?
maa ngi nuyu Gambians yëpp QCell xanaa di kontaan rek bu baax a baax because lii dafa nekk loo xamante ni ñun we are very proud of this because lii rek lañ fi am lii dafa nekk loo xamante ni Gambian leen si c'est Gambian so si fekkee ne tey Gambian si génn neen pour ñëw tertu ko defal ko bis bi nii duñ def dara lu dul kontaan di leen delloo njukkal di leen wax ñoom ñëpp jërëjëf si seen taxawaay bi ak si seen yëg-yëg bi si moom tamit loolu kontaan neen si trop bu baax a baax.
What's your message? I mean, we've seen QCell's intervention. This is historic. What does it tell us as far as, I mean, the GSM company is concerned?
Yeah, this is a very good idea. We will just like to thank QCell because this is something great they have done for her. As QCell is a Gambian brand, and we are very happy to see QCell welcoming her today. As she is a Gambian, and this is to show that she is something great to the Gambia, and they have shown everybody that she is something great, and I think that is the best thing that we can afford her now as far as sports is concerned. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Like I said, we also have Ami Sise, marketing manager QCell. Ami, yes. I mean, tell us, I mean, what's the rationale behind this whole initiative by QCell, I mean, to support Gina?
Thank you very much, Aliu. We're very happy to be here, very proud to be Gambian, and very honored to be standing next to Gina Mariam Bass. I think this is a great initiative by QCell, and I don't think there's any other company that is better suited to partner with Gina than QCell. This is Sunyo Boss. We're a Gambian-owned company. She's a Gambian. Her track record is amazing. And we wish her all the best in her future endeavors. And we know she will fly the Gambian flag high at the Olympics. And we're very honored to partner with her. We know that it would be one that would be beneficial for her and QCell as well. And this would push other sportsmen to just push further. And the sky is the limit, really.
Si lu gàtt rek si olof soo ñu mënee wax rek lan moo waral QCell génn si ñëw partner ak Gina Mariam Bass bi de ko xam ne ñëpp xam nañ ne si wàllu daw I mean it's one of the best ku Gambia musa produce.
Loolu suñ warugal la fa naa Aliou parce que ñun ñëpp gis nañ moom lim achieve agum si life am at a very young age te foog nañ ne QCell as a Gambian company should be able to support Gambian boo xam ne fu mu dem moo tax ñëpp xam kan mooy Gambia fi mu nekk di kiñ taxawal nii is no small feat moom dafa xamul rek moo tax du wax lu bari waaye I think fu mu romba war nañ koo tàccul she is the fastest jigéen yëpp ci àdduna bi 100 meters in Africa moo ci gën a gaaw te loolu achievement bu rëy a rëy la pour dëkk bu toll ni Gambia we're very happy ne léegi support bi moo am outside is good because loolu would push her further te suñu bos la loolu moo tax ñu partner moom ci gàttal kii suñ bos la QCell suñ bos la te xam nañ ne lu rëy ndam bu rëy a rëy lañ cee am so we're very happy to be here today and yeneen yi war a ñëw yëpp gars yi nañ ko gis fii ba àjjuma si so
comme na ko waxee rek képp koo xam ne yaa ngi seetaan QTV live na ngeen génn si mbedda bi parce que QCell ñu ngi arrange a very nice of course caravan pour escort Gina ba fale ca QCell waaye képp koo xam ne yaa ngi seetaan QTV rek mun ngaa génn si nga teertu Gina Mariam Bass bi tey ko xam ne egsi na fii ci Banjul International Airport xam naa ne Gajaga dinaa delloo si yéen rek xam naa suñu génne si biti rek dinañ jëlaal ambulance boo xam ne moo fa nekk di am.
jërëjëf kooku mooy Aliou Cissé si Banjul International Airport mu ngi doon waxtaanal ak jigéen bi boo xam ne Gambie yëpp moo si gën a siiw because of dawam bi daw bu mu dee def muy jël force rek muy win ay medals si competitions yu bari suma naataangoo nag ku ma bokkal si biir studio bi mooy Amadou Tamba Amadou I think now we'll go into the local languages ñu ngi doon waxtaanee Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye léegi nii fu mu nekk nii agsi na si airport bi ñëpp gis nañ kontaanteem lu mu wax te ba pare mu ngi prepare pour Olympic Games yi yow nekkoon nga ak moom Ghana si African Games yi you know win na 100 meters win na 200 meters gold medal bi wax ñu tuuti si moom daal.
waaw jërëjëf Gajaga di am kontaante pour toogaat fii di wax si wàllum sport especially jigéen bi nga xam ne mu ngi def lu rëy soo ñëwee si wàllum daw biir Gambia Africa ak àdduna bi li ko wër waaw maa ngi nekkoon ak moom in the African Games biir Ghana competition la boo xam ne dëgga dafa sigil Gambia in the sense ne competition yi mu competoon yëpp la jël force because si dooree ko si hits semi final ak final yëpp la jël force so da nga gis ne jigéen la boo xam ne pare na dafa xam lu moo def te dafa nekk di sentu fu sori te bu gën a àgga foofu noonu so gis naa ne si African Games yi jëloon na time am pour gis ne mu train su trainer at least ba pare mu jël time am pour noppaleku because soo trainer tamit pour nga noppaleku nga mun a prepare sa bopp pour compete the next day so def na lu rëy biir Accra mu dellu si ak ñaari gold medal loolu ndam bu rëy la pour Gambia nga gis ne at the end of the day tamit nekk na dawkat boo xam ne daan naa def lu bëree bëri soo ñëwee si wàllum daw biir Gambia waaye right now loolu dimbale ko ba mu mun a qualify to the Paris Olympic mi nga xam ne mu ngi ñëw si lu bañ a yaaga jot naa waxtaan ak yeneen dawkat yi nga xam ne ñooñu la dawandoo si race bi waaye ñoom ñëpp jot nañoo wone ne dëgga Gina daal dafa xarañ si lu moo def loolu tax na ba ñooñu sax jox nañ ko cër ne kii dugu ndaw si wàllum daw so at the end of the day da nga gis ne tamit soo jógee ko Africa dem si Olympics ñoom tam dinañ ko gën a bàyyi xel ñu xam ne kii daal moom tam ko xarañ la si wàllum daw.
Amadou ci lu gàtta rek moom this year ñëpp séntu nañ lu bari si moom si daw yum def first yum jël ay medals yum win both si 200 meters bi ak 100 meters bi ñëpp gis nañ ne mu ngi prepare pour Olympics bi te mu ne moom lu mu bëgg mooy àgga si finally Olympics bi because compete na si ñaari Olympics yu passé participate na woon si Rio de Janeiro Brazil participate woon na tamit si Olympics bu amoon Tokyo Japan boobu in 2021 la woon because of Covid bi moo tax mu delay for a year so gis nañ ne Paris mooy nekk third Olympic Games am gis nga comme competition yu mu def ndax mun naa àgga si level boobu noonu pour àgga si final bi.
waaw man lu ma jot a gis si moom fees na suma bot léegi moom lu des mooy pour Gambien si yëpp jox ko di necessary support Gambien si yëpp ñaanal ko yaa ngi jot a déggal lu mu wax ne su paree dina delluwaat mu dem si training camp lii lañ soxla because preparation bi balaa competition bi si boppam dafa am solo torop soo amee all the opportunities pour gën a defaru gën a am taxawaay balaa ngaa dugg si competition boobu noonu man am naa yaakaar ne Gina su amee all the necessary support su amee all the facilities pour mun a train comme yeneen athlètes yi lu ñu am dina def lu rëy si biir Olympics bi because already am na di experience comme noo ko waxee participate na in the Tokyo Olympics participate na in the Rio Olympics so yooyu yëpp ay jaar-jaar la yi nga xam ne moom def si war a jànga tey xam naa ne jàng na si soo ñëwee si Paris Olympics comme nu mu ko waxee rek da ngaa gis ne moom si boppam right now dafa setal boppam a target so man gom naa ne su ko yàlla jàppalee moom dina am target dina jot target boobu noonu
Badimol atol min ben jibe kan delam albadi Mamadou Gajaga ning Amadou Tambale bal fejang studio kono be minna ko kacha kanjang wala Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye mi alon ka boroleke ate 100 meters nin 200 meters la fannala aka bori worla karola ngaje nyin kari dantan tambila lokun tambilal kono ay gagner jama soto sa foko 100 meters 200 meters Africa jang atalom mo foloti atalom musoti mi alon ko akatu medalol win la wato wati ben tembeda minto abe preparation la pour kata Paris Olympic Games aka bonan wala fangoto ten pour kanana jang bawo aning company mi ka fay QCell ibe bulo dun na nyokono bar bitending QCell ngol tata airport auto pour que bulo kafu nyoma ka bendundiro kala dal mi alon ko ate fon ba kala mutala tonya nde nyim banko kam molien kum mayande bakel andon QCell mo company de mi alon ko ben alon ne ni nata GSM la karola jang telephone kolol la karola ani internet la karola QCell bulo be santol QCell lam company folot be intembe da min to tenting kafu nyoma min keta Aliou Cissé adabe non airport auto pour ka fo molie kolbe ke kande nyaadi la mbokk yi nga xamne yena ñu join live on QTV man la sen mbokk Mamadou Gajaga fu mu nekk nii dañuy delloowaat ci airport bi. If you're just joining us, this is a special broadcast about Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye, her arrival at the airport, and she is definitely coming into the Gambia in partnership with QCell, and we'll give you the details of that. Currently she's at the airport. She has already arrived and talked about how she felt. Back to Aliou Cissé at the airport.
From the arrival launch, she has already arrived and then, did all her immigration processes. And like I said, we have, the Scorpions fans club. They are very well known when it comes to football. But I think of recent, we have seen them diversifying into other sports as well, trying to support other sports. And we have seen them come out in numbers here. And then we have a bigger crowd outside, waiting to welcome our queen of the track, Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye, as she prepares for the Olympics in France. Tolong ñu mëne wax rek yéen a ngi live QTV ban yëg ngeen am tey ñëw welcome Gina Bass ñëpp xamee ne si wàllu football waaye tey ñëw ngeen pour welcome ko ban yëg ngeen am tey.
ok tey moom national Scopen fans club tey dañ kontaan trop ndaxte bu ñu toogee ba gis na QTV contact nañu pour ñu welcome si Gina Bass li nga xam ne dañ ko yëg trop suñu yéene parce que Gina Bass nekk na nga xam ne ndawi Gambie bi nga xam ne tey Gambie yëpp ko celebrate def na li nga xam ne si international bi nga xam ne gëj naa am biir Gambie kon ñu ngi ko wane Gina na xam ne du moom kenn national Scopen fans de whole Gambia ñu ngi si gannaawam gis nañ ko celebrate every day nekku ne every day la mu dem ñaakaa dem every day ñu ko sabi ko hero la suñu biir kon di wax ñëpp ne gàcce ngaalama si seen ñëw teew tey fii da wax QCell jërë ngeen jëf ndaxte Gambie bari na ay media house ñu fi bot QCell bari na fi compagnie waaye ñëw jiitu ñu toppa seen gannaaw ci ba la fi gis tey ñoo ko dépense ñoo ñu indi jox ñu ndox jox ñu ay lekk yu xam ne ñoo tax ñëw fi tey kon di wax ñëpp ne gàcce ngaalama te Gina Bass ñu ngi ko ne Gambie ñu sa kanam te ñu sa gannaaw ëllëg gàcce ngaalama Gina Bass we love you.
yow dafa am loo si bëgg a yokk rek.
sant yàlla bu bari comme Gina Bass nga mu ngi doon suñ Gambia ambassador bu xam ne amut si Gambia Gina Bass is a hero ñu ko ñaanal ñu ko support nga ñun National Scorpion Fans Club nekkul di support football kese ñu ngi support all sport in Gambia so ñu ngi gàtte ngaalama Gina Bass si liggéey bu def te ñu ko ñaanal yàlla mu am yu bari si kaatani
jërëjëf comme ni ma ko waxee rek Gajaga ak Amadou ba léegi ñu ngi fi nga xam ne moo nekk si airport bi xam naa du yàgg rek Gina dina génn si gannaaw bi mu egsee gis nañ ñi nga xam ne ñoo jógee QCell gis nañ Ami Cissé nga xam ne moo nekk QCell marketing manager gis nañ Lamine Yafa nga xam ne moo nekk senior sales manager of course jëkkëram Moustapha Bittaye nga xam ne moo nekk jëkkëram nekk manager am ñëw fii nii pour teertu Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye comme niñ ko waxee rek nekk na ndaw boo xam ne ambassadeur la pour réew mi si wàllu daw li mu def si Gambia si Afrique kenn du ko lam-laamee nekk na ndaw boo xam ne ndaw bu am jom la ndaw bu gom si lu mu nekk te amin nekk nit ko xam ne tam bariwul wax amin Gina képp ko xam ne xam nga Gina Bass xam nga ne Gina nekkul koo xam ne nit ku bari wax la waaye su demee si wàllu daw rek ñëpp xam ne waaw Gina egsi na comme loolu moo nekk di am fii fi nga xam ne moo nekk ci Banjul International Airport mbaɗi ngol mel ɓe QTV juuɓe kan filante mbaale Banjul International Airport dula mi alan ko ñin tammi toon sa faale Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye mi alan ko musolem Gambela borlalem wala pourtant airport to jang comme nga faale ñamen QCell amin wala ya simple pour ay nanang Gambia janni aɓe abidala France pour dula mi alan ko ñanta ka borje wala mu Olympics men ñanta kana ande ngaje jang akima ani mi alan ko wala fana keta ala manejati Mustafa Bittaye ani modol mi alan ko bora QCell amin ngaje ami system mi alan ko atlemu QCell marketing manejati anen lamin yafa mi alan ko atlemu senior sales manager wala nata jang pour ka Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye bendung jang mi alan ko wala mu Banjul International Airport musino am ngon mi nata QTV mboɗon ɗo ɗo Banjul International Airport ɗo ganduɗa ɗo wonɗo joni ko o mite ɗo Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye ko dogowo ko debbo o kanko hewti ɗo ɗo Banjul International Airport Gina noon woni ɗum ganduɗa gammena fof heɓa mo gandi si ari hekkulle dogdu ni e ɗo wonɗo joni ko QCell addima pour o waɗa ganduɗa ko wonta feewel makko o waɗa tagato pour yaade ganduɗa ko toon woni France pour tawe ganduɗa ko ɗon ni Olympique so Gina Bass o woni neɗɗo ganduɗa ko neɗɗo mbaɗɗo harañ si ari hekkulle dogdu ni ɗo wonɗo noon QCell woni he dollidema pour o arta ɗo ɗo Gambia pour o wayno pour o yaha to ganduɗa ɗo woni Olympique so to France ɗo wonɗo SN Brussels o ardi comme no mbirimini rek waɗi immorɓe QCell ami système ganduɗa konko woni marketing manager o lamin yafa senior sales manager he ganduɗa ko kanko woni gendira o mo ganduɗa ko woni Gina Bass Mustafa Bittaye e fof ɓeɗo pour wadde mo welcome ɗo ɗo Banjul International Airport way e jiiɗo kadi Scorpions fans club e jiiɗo kadi cultural groups amin jola eɓe ganduɗa heɓe jasso pour ɓe mbaɗa entertain ɓe ganduɗa ko ɓe goni ɓen ari ɗon ni. So like I said, viewers, Gajaga and Amadou at our studios on Kairaba Avenue. I mean, we're still here, and like I said, any moment from now, I mean, Gina will emerge from the arriving lounge. I mean, I know she's just waiting to, pick up her luggage. I mean, we all know SN Brussels. I mean, when they come, I mean, it's a flight that comes with a quite good number of passengers, and then, for her to get her luggage, sometimes it takes time, but that doesn't matter. I mean, what is important is that she is back home. I mean, with the support of QCell, I mean, as he prepares for the Olympics in France. I mean, and then the whole country is proud of Gina. I mean, she's an ambassador as far as, I mean, this country is concerned. And because of that, we have seen even the government has given a huge support. I mean, from the police, I mean, central government, and even Gambians on social media have given that needed support. I mean, knowing the fact that, I mean, Gina is one of the best athletes this country has ever produced. And not only the Gambia, but even Africa. She has been outstanding when it comes to, I mean, running, of course, athletics is something Gina has been well known for. I mean, she has won several accolades, including, I mean, the sports personality by the sports journalists of the Gambia, and of course, winning several awards, I mean, in recognition of her determination and achievements on the tracks. Like I said, I mean, we will still go around, try to speak to some people. Barry, I mean, dinañ jéem a wax ak Bari rek koo xam ne mu ngi jógee QCell marketing Bari gis naa ne yaa ngi yaram baa ngi tàng yaa ngi doon daw si trafic bi convoy bi and ambiance bi maa ngi gis si biir yaa ngi doon fecca ban yëg nga am tey.
kontaan bu baax laa yëg ndik QCell Q group dafati na ni manee su ñoo wax delloo suñ bos o joxe suñ bos ngeen bokk si suñ bos loolu am na solo lool ne lépp lu ñu Gambien si jàppale si wàllum business bi le Gambien si xam nañu dinañ leen ko delloo kon nag jàppale suñ ndaw jàppale suñ Gina Bass nga xam ne African star la one of the fastest women in terms of athletic ci aduna bi jar na trop ñun ñu lëkkaloo moom ak joxante moom loxo ñu jàppale ci nga xam ne mooy liggéey bu rafet bi suñ ko defut wàcca nañ suñu ànda kon nag ñun bëggu ñoo wàcca suñu ànda lii suñ bos la kon nag dañ ko ci war a boole Gina suñ ndaw la Gina suñ Gina la Gina Gambian la Gina Gambian si dañ ko war a sant gërëm ko ci flag bi ak ambassadeur yaa bi moo def ci bitim réew kon jar na ma daw be fakastalu kon jar na ma daw be daanu kon jar na Gambien sëpp génna jàppale ki nga xam ne moom mooy Gina Bass lii du hasard lii daf ko mérito Gina Bass lu mu am ci biir Gambia daf ko mérito ndik moom moo dem ne man may def ndam yóbbu Gambia fu mu musta aga kon nag Gina Bass ngàcca ngaalama waaye ngàcca ngaalama Q group ngàcca ngaalama Mohamed Dia ak ñim àndal ñëpp jërëjëf Aliou.
gis nañ ne Qcell I mean dooreewu si Gina I mean gis nañ last AFCON bi ñoom ñoo nekk as official sponsor of the Scorpions gis na Qcell ñu ngi dugal seen loxo si lu bari si wàllu tàggat yaram lan ngeen gis si tàggat yaram ba ngeen foog ne war ngeen si mën a dugal seen loxo.
njëkk a tàccu njëkk a fecca du wax mbir mi xaalal sa waxtu rek bu jotee di nga ko def ñun nag dañu woon Gambien sa ñun fii lañ bokka te lépp lu Gambien si yëngu dinañ ci def suñu wàlla tàggat yaram dañ ci war a bokka jàngi xale yi dañ ci war a bokka wérgu yaram dañ ci war a bokka diina ji dañ ci war a bokka kon nag ñu bokka si tàggat yaram du hasard ñun dañ ci war a bokka nit ndaw ñi tàggat yaram daf leen jig te réew mi nañ soxla tàggat yaram ndaw mu am wérgu yaram te am tàggat yaram réew mu dem kanam la kon nag ñun ñu bokka ci tàggat yaram yi ci aduna bi ci Gambia fii lu jëm kanam la si ñun kon nag ngàcce ngalaama li nga xam ne moom mooy ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñooy Q group ak Qcell jàppale ndaw ñi bu baax ci li nga xam ne mooy wàllum football waaye jàppale Gina Bass bi nga xam ne tamit mu ngay def ndam ci li nga xam ne moom mooy athletics te ñu ngi ko séntu mu am ndaw ci li nga xam ne moom mooy olympics bi inshallah rabbi ñu ngi ko ñaanal yàlla dinañ lëkkaloo ak moom bu baax a baax a baax a baax faral ko yaatal ko boot ko roganti ko jox ko adduna bi yëpp ñu gis ko ndik moom moo ko defal boppam kon nag jar nañu yàppale ko bu baax a baax
si lu gàtt rek si Socé ak Paul li nga jot a waxagum ni amin lu waral Qcell dugal seen loxo si li nga xam ne moo nekk Gina Mariam Bass bi tey
mais donc welti Gambia no welti Qcell no welti Gina Bass ko ɓiɗɗo Gambia Gina Bass ko wakkilowo aden nan si wakkilike il faut ko wakkilo an kadi wallonmo ko ɗum waɗi meɗen walla Gina Bass because o walli hoore makko on naɓi Gambia hay goto naɓani Gambia ko athletics ko dogowo Gina Bass o bokki e rewɓe annduɗa kamɓe ɓuuri yawude e dogugol e nder aduna kono nak so waɗi ɗum ɗo ɗum waɗi ɗum wadde minen kadi somin waɗi komin waɗte kon e Qcell e Q group mais foti ɗum wadde meɗen wiya Gambia fof ko jonnuɗen mi o ko jonnuɗo men o ko waɗen e business men on mais ruttana ɗum e nder Gambia ɓen kuɗore meɗen wakkilade meɗen waɗde support sa yi diine o meɗen hen sa yi éducation maɗen hen sa yi athletics maɗen hen ko yiɗa wo inchallah Qcell wanan hen ko ɗum woni meɗen welti hannde Gina Bass ko ɓiɗɗo Gambia Gina Bass ko wakkilowo Gina Bass heeɓi ndam e nder Gambia ko ɗo menen walludemo mbaɗin lammoylal ñi mukkantan kubaldi Gina Bass aya kele koteke ka qualify kata olympique ñinan France womu kubalti kanna bulo ɗum Gina Bass bulu womu kontane kubalti Gina Bass aya kele koteke na yakke ɗum ntol Qcell mi yalon ko Gina Bass a Gambian mbalom aka kata minke ntol fana nyanta ka kata ka makoy Gambian man nyana sila ka Gina Bass jibe kele bulo fankuteng hanin teto kela ntol Qcell ko ntol mba bulo dunga bulu mba makoy lale inshallah ka hadama ya ka makoy fay ka a jahata la dami ay taji oto Qcell anin Gina Bass ye bulo duñu bake Gina Bass mu Gambian dingolti fok kantani ba wole mutabi inshallah aliou
Baraka Bake, Walemu Barati, Qcell Marketing, thank you so much. Well, Gajaga and Amadou Tamba, we'll just hand over to you on the studio there on Kairaba Avenue, and then we'll get back to you immediately, Gina, emerge from the arrival lounge.
Thank you very much, Aliou Cisse, for describing the scene for us there at the Banjul International Airport and talking about Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye as he prepares for the Olympic Games in Paris, currently in the country. We will just go a little bit back. 2 years ago at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, I spoke to her in an interview. That's Birmingham Commonwealth Games B22, where she reached the final of the 200 meters.
Yeah, it was my objective to be in the final, so I have made it, and I'm really grateful for that. Although the weather was not too good, but I am really grateful. My bend was not that much good because it was cold, so I have to manage it to be in the third place, at least to qualify to the final. It's what I want, but finger crossed. I'm hoping to the best and to do better than.
Yes, so this is somebody who has been gradually improving her timing. If you look at the timing that she ran at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games in 2022, and now there's been a steady improvement. And looking back from 2011, now we're talking about 2024, 13 years, Amadou, a lot has changed. Sometimes in some of the races, she would go to the second round or will just be eliminated in the heats because the timing wasn't good enough. So for the 100 meters in 2011, she was running 12.44 seconds. Right now, she's running 11.05 seconds, Well, Amadou, that's a massive improvement when it comes to athletics.
Well, absolutely a massive improvement. And I think it's all down to commitment, it's all down to training, it's all down to looking at what you've done before, what you need to do right and better again. And I've picked up something from the interview where he said the bend wasn't good. I remember speaking to her after the African Games, and she was like, I was very much particular about the bend in the 200 meters. And when she bent, I think she had a very good bending at the, of course, University of Ghana Stadium. And she absolutely picked up a pace from there, and she left all her contenders behind, and she was up top there. So I think, as you said, a lot has improved, and she has also developed a lot along the line to where she is now. And I am very much hopeful that she has not gotten to her peak. She has a long way to go, and I'm very much sure she will keep rising, and she will absolutely get there.
Well, has training really helped in terms of the environment? She used to train at the High Performance Center in Dakar, Senegal, the IAAF now, which is World Athletics Center. That's where Marie-Josée Talu also used to train. And that's where you have other African athletes, some in fact from Nigeria, used to train as well. But we've seen from last year on to earlier this year, she's mostly based in Europe during her trainings, having lots of competitions as well. Has that been the catalyst for her?
Absolutely. I think it is the catalyst, and it will continue to play a very huge part in her success. Look, with due respect to the Gambia, with due respect to Africa, I think in Europe and other countries, I think they have the best of facilities, and all these athletes want to be competing on the best of tracks around the world. And I think having such an opportunity to train on the best of tracks, and of course have a conducive area to train with, no disturbance from training down to relaxation, from relaxation to competition and training. I think once the environment is absolutely conducive, I think the athlete will have a very focused mind, and she will absolutely live up to expectation on the track. So one, the infrastructure is key in her competition and gaining success. Secondly, the environment also plays a lot, because once you are training, you need not to be going out chatting or staying out for so long or so. You need to train and rest, and she's very much particular about that, training and having time to rest and getting fresh the next day to go in and compete. And I think that is also an area that we really need to look into and get the best of facilities to expose these athletes to that. Yes, the excellent center in Senegal is good, but it's uncomparable to what is in France, what is in England, or what is in other parts of the world. And once Gina is opportune to, of course, train in such environment or in such grounds, I think she will absolutely live up to expectation. Because mind you, when you go into this Olympics and other competitions, you are exposed to the best of infrastructure, the best of tracks. So you have to train on that and get on those tracks at the competition level, and you'll be able to be up there. Because you speak to some of the athletes, once you don't train on a very good track and you are taking to modern day tracks, you find it very difficult to compete at such a level. So I think infrastructure and all these opportunities is key to an athlete performing at the highest level.
Amar, when it comes to celebrating our own, Gina Mariam Bittaye, of course, loved by every Gambian. We all cherish her on social media. Well, if she's competing, we all wish her well. But having a GSM company like QCell, today she's arriving in the country, mobilizing support for her, having people at the airport to welcome her. This should be something great, something cherished by everyone in the country.
I'm very happy that I am a living witness to this today, because immediately after the African Games in Accra, I think I did that piece on radio that, look, Gina needs to be celebrated, and she needs to be celebrated now, because we are used to letting athletes or footballers leave and do so well, but we will not talk about them. We only leave when they're gone, then we start bringing up issues that he has done this and that and that. He was the best celebrated here and there. No, let's celebrate our athletes once they're leaving. We should not wait for them to go. And I think QCell have absolutely come in at the right time. Gina needs to be celebrated. She absolutely needs to be supported. She needs to be encouraged. every other thing that Gambians or companies in the Gambia can do for her, absolutely they need to. And QCell, I will say thumbs up, because this is long overdue and it is coming now. It is absolutely very good. And just look at the timing. She's coming to Banjul today. Whatever she's to go through, I don't just want to go deep into it. We will get to that. After that, in a short span of time, she has to go back and continue training before getting into the Olympics. This is a huge motivation for her. She'll be like, okay, I've been celebrated by Gambians before, but this is also another milestone as far as my life as an athlete is concerned for this Gambia, for this country. She has won gold medal, 2 gold medals at the African Games. Before that, she has been winning. And her story has been out there on the global stage for quite a long time. Now that QCell coming and partnering with her, celebrating her, showing Gambians that she is our own and we need to take ownership. And this is absolutely something very much commendable, and thumbs up to QCell. And this is massive.
Massive when it comes to QCell's partnering with all Gambia, welcoming Gina Mariam Bass at the airport as he prepares for the Olympic Games in Paris. We're saying this is a big achievement for us as Gambians, for us at the Q Group, and QCell as a GSM company as well. Well, we'll be, of course, joining Aliou Cisse later to continue describing what is happening at the airport, and as they make their way to welcome Gina Mariam Bass into the country and all the way to QCell as well. We'll bring you everything. You're not going to miss a single event as far as those happenings are concerned. But right now, let's look at what Gina Mariam Bass has been doing. Well, just earlier, a few months ago, she was also competing in the Stockholm Diamond meeting. And in that also, she was interviewed. And in that Stockholm meeting, let's listen to the interview.
Been racing very well this season. How did the conditions today compare to the races earlier?
Yeah, today I would say it's a wonderful weather in Stockholm here.
Yeah.
Because I have been here 2 times. The weather wasn't good, but today it's really good. And my performance this year,
Yes.
we really work hard so that I will do better. Yeah.
And how are you preparing for Paris going on?
Yeah, I have to go back, close my season at the moment, so go back and train towards the preparation Paris. I want to be among the finalists this year.
Yeah. And are you planning on racing just the 100 or the 200 as well?
The both.
The both?
Yeah.
Bittaye, the Queen's track of the Gambia. Well, Gajaga, loolu moo nekk dañu gis ngeen ay Gambians yi nga xam ne ñëw nañ fi pour welcome te yeneen mbokk yi waaye def mel ne ñëpp a kontaan pour gis Gina Bass dellusiwaat fii ci réew mi. Well, loolu moo nekk di am fi nga xam ne moo nekk fii ci Banjul International Airport. Gina Bass ñëpp xam ko si wàlli daw mu nekk ndaw boo xam ne yóbbu na turi Gambia fu sori te tey mu ñëpp si ñi ko dooleel ñi nga xam ne moo nekk QCell Gambia. I mean seen leading GSM company ñoo ko nekk di dooleel indi ko fii mu ñëw li nga ne moo nekk tàggatoom bi balaa mu dem fale ca fi nga xam ne moo nekk France fi nga xam ne foofu la war a jongante si Olympics bi. Waaye lii nag nekkul di force Gina di dem Olympics. I mean ñëpp a xam ne Gina moom ñun ñi nga xam ne yàgg nañ koo toppa si wàllu daw nekk na nit koo xam ne nekkut nit ku bari wax waaye nit ku fonkal li mu def la. Waaw comme ni ma ko waxee rek loolu moo nekk di am. Waaw comme lu ma ko rek am nga rek ambiance baa ngi bari fii ana ma leen si ambiance bi rek Gajaga xam naa Gajaga moom mu ngi fecca.
Yes, that's Aliou Cissé there at the Banjul International Airport. And you could hear on the background the ambience there as they welcome Gina Mariam Bass today officially in the Gambia. And something big is going to happen on Friday here at the QCell building. But the details of that would come later. Well, Amadou, we are talking about how she has improved her timing in recent years, and this is definitely looking good for her as she is edging closer to the Paris Olympic Games.
Well, absolutely, it is. And first, I think what is happening is so emotional and touching. She will feel love, and you could see she's all smile. And it is absolutely very good. And as I said, the timing improving, it's really very good. And it's a challenge to her to ensure that she didn't drop on the timings, and she will keep improving on timing. And in athletics, once you keep improving on your timing, it's absolutely very good that you will be able to move a step higher, because her target is to finish among the finalists. And I think with the timing that we are seeing right now, I am very much sure she will be able to at least live up to that target in the Olympics in France.
Yes, right now it's about the ambience at the airport. Well, maybe Aliou Cissé is caught in the ambience. Aliou, can you hear us? From the pictures, it looks so beautiful, and then the drumming on the background, the Jola music. Well, Amadou, this one is it Bittaye, or is this one called group Ekungileng or group?
The guys are more or less similar to the Ale Casa.
Ale Casa group, yeah. Okay.
And they're always very lively whenever they are into sports. So.
Well, we can see Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye herself enjoying. Is he dancing, or Amadou kind of just moving?
She's trying to dance. She has to develop some moves. You know?
This looks very beautiful.
Yeah. This is wonderful.
Well, that's the ambience at the airport. We wish we are there. This song, or maybe this drumming, this particular one is so special to me.
Well, Gajaga, lolu mo nekk di am fi nga ne mo nekk Banjul International Airport. I mean, ambiance tega mo nekk fi. Xamna fi mu nekk ni Gajaga mom ak Amadou Tamba xamna yena nga yangatu. Waye tay mom waye Gajaga wali rek li mo nekk rek contenté ak mbété mi nga xam ne Gambien si loolu lañ am. Ak cofeel bu ñu am si nga xam ne Gina Bass amee nekk ni koo xam ne a few words yet su àgg si track bi ñëpp naa ne Gina Bass agsi na te lii dafa rafet nga gis ko mu ànd ak jëkkëram taxi nga ne ko mu nekk manager am Moustapha Bittaye gis ngeen si gannaaw ñu binda welcome home Gina Bass te comme ni ko waxee rek am ngeen ne Gina agsi na amin mu war a dugg si moto bi nga xam ne moo nekk ji wagon bi nga xam ne boobu lañ ko indil Gina dafa dugg si ji wagon bi taxi pare dinañ ko gunge war a def nga moo nekk convoy awee li nga xam ne moo nekk Lamen Tabokoto Talending dem pare ca QCell soo képp koo xam ne yaa ngi seetaan QTV ñu ngi leen a ñaan ngeen génn si kaw tali bi ñëw welcome nga xam ne moo nekk Mariama Gina Bass Bittaye mu nekk ndaw boo xam ne ndaw ku gom lu mu def la ndaw boo xam ne daw mooy liggéeyam waaye dem na fu nekk si àdduna bi pour représenter Gambia tey nag mu ñëpp si ndimbali nga xam ne moo nekk QCell ñëw pour def final tàggatoo balaa mu dem fale ca France fi nga xam ne foofu la war a jongante si Olympics bi loolu moo nekk di am fii nii nag comme ni ma ko waxee rek Gina mu ngi ñëw dugga si moto bi nga xam ne ji wagon bi si bii la Gina war a dugga tey dem fi nga ne moo nekk QCell fi nga ne fo dem gars yi ko fa welcome comme loolu moo nekk di am fii fi nga ne moo nekk ci Banjul International Airport comme Gajaga ni ma ko waxee rek ak Amadou Tamba dégg ngeen ambiance bi xam naa tey bëgg ngeen xam naa Gajaga kontaan na xam naa Amadou Tamba kontaan na parce que fi gis na Aliou Diallo sax mu ngi yëngal kon moo laa woon ne tey moom Joolaa yëngal nañ fii nii bàcc moom mënu maa xam mbiram bàcc yëngal na tey kon loolu mooy woon ne ñëpp kontaan nañ fii Gajaga comme ni ko waxee rek comme yéen a ngi gis caravane bi kon boy baa nga ñëw départ yéen a ngi gis lii yëpp QCell ñoo ko organise gis ngeen welcome home Gina Bass comme ni ko waxee rek Gina mu ngi ñëw dugga si moto bi nga ne ci bii la dugga moo nekk ji wagon bii nii bi leen ko providal xam naa ne Gajaga ak Amadou Tamba xam naa ne ñu nga ne mosu ñoo dugga ji wagon lii mooy ji wagon so waaye lii yëpp lu muy wane ne moo nekk ne QCell I mean dañ bëgg si Gina Bass I mean they feel proud pour jéem a associé seen bopp ak Gina Bass apprécié nañ li mu defar réew mi apprécié nañ fu mu yóbbu turi réew mi apprécié nañ liggéey bi ne mu ngi koo def pour nekk ambassador for the country te loolu am solo la loolu moo nekk di am fii fi nga xam ne moo nekk ca Banjul International Airport comme ni nga ko waxee rek ba léegi ambiance baa ngi dem yéen a ngi gis moo nekk convoy bi nga xam ne moo war a jógee fii ci Banjul International Airport war a dem tout li nga xam ne moo nekk Lamen demee Tabokoto Georgetown Talinding demal la Westfield demal la fële ca QCell fi nga xam ne dinañ fa teertu Gina Mariam Bass nga no bu yàggu rek àgg na fi nga ne mu nekk ci Banjul International Airport bi on board Brussels Airlines Gajaga ak Amadou Tamba xam naa I'll just hand over to you and if there's any further developments we will link back to you bye bye.
Aliou Cissé there at the Banjul International Airport. Well Amadou mu ne ñun mosu ñoo dugga di ji wagon loolu moom dëgg la ba pare xam nga moom aduna moom yëfi poids la comme ku nekk sa poids bi fu mu am ñun ñëpp xam nañ suñ soo demee si airport bi VIP bi fu ñu dee jaar ak yow foo dee jaar du dee nekk benn am na ñoo xam ne sax seen baag yi dañ leen ko dee enul soo Gina place boobu la tollu so deserve na ko pour dugga ji wagon that's really very interesting Amadou the ambience of the airport you know, QCell organizing this very big welcome for her. Well deserved.
Absolutely well deserved, and I think any other thing that she gets out of this, she totally deserves it, and it's absolutely long overdue. And as I said, thumbs up to QCell, and I think this will motivate her going into the Olympics in Paris. And of course, it's also a motivation to every Gambian athlete out there to really keep up the momentum and try to do your utmost best to ensure that you get to this level. Gina did not get to this level by fluke. It's all down to determination. It's all down to hard work. It's all down to self-confidence and the belief that you will get there, and also hard work, because she has absolutely invested a lot of time to training and getting this level.
To anyone out there, young people aspiring to become track athletes, especially in the sprint, 100 meters and 200 meters, if there is anyone to inspire you, I think Gina Mariam Bass. She started off, of course, in the schools. We used to see her when she was competing at the school level, the inter-schools athletics championship. That's where she was scouted first, before we're talking about the continental level, you know, the regional level, and then, you know, now we're talking about the world stage. There is a footage of Gina Mariam Bass at the World Athletics Championship meeting. This was in Doha, Qatar in 2019. Well, every nation, the athletes that you are represented with, they call the name of the athlete and the country. Ahmad, you wouldn't believe the emotions that runs whenever an athlete from your country is being called out there through the stadium's PA system. It's fantastic. So she's like enough of an inspiration to anyone who is aspiring to become an athlete in the 100 and 200 meters, especially for women athletes.
Absolutely. The way people look up to the Cristiano Ronaldos, the Lionel Messis in football, I think that should be the way Gambians and even other Africans should look up to Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye, because she has absolutely broke through the barriers, because well, even some of the parents will not believe that their girl child will get to this level. And I think Gina has been supported to ensure that she gets to this level. As we talked about school, I think she was going to school and at the same time trying to participate in athletics, but that did not deter her from her academics. And of course, early 2010, she was in Senegal before going into her first international championship. And then, as you said, I think it's so emotional and touching once you are in a stadium and the name of your country's athlete has been announced through the PA system. It's absolutely very touching. And one thing that happened to Gina and the Gambia at the African Games that touches me so much was that when you get into this competition, it was only football that made our national anthem to be played in Ghana. Aside from football, Gina Barcelona ensured that Gambia's national anthem was played at the stadium twice. Because she finished first in the 100 meters, won gold medal, and then the 200 meters she won gold medal. And in that stadium, at the University of Ghana Stadium, everybody, whether you are a Gambian, you are a Ghanaian, you are a Nigerian, you are an African, you are not from Africa, they all showed love to Gina Bass, and they all showed love to the Gambia because of this lady. So she is absolutely a role model, and she's just phenomenal. And I think every youngster out there, if you want to be an athlete, you really need to look up to Gina Bass. You should not even look beyond Gina, because this is a woman who has absolutely started from scratch, and she's now up there at the global stage. So anything that she gets today, she totally deserves it.
Well, when it comes to winning medals, in 2016, she won the bronze medal at the African Championship. This was in Durban, South Africa, and also having the national record at the time, 22.92 seconds. Well, this was behind Ivory Coast's Marie-José Talou. They've just started coming from the airport, now on the road down, coming, like Aliou Cissé earlier on described, going all the way from Lamen to Tabokoto, and then Latrikunda, then Talending, Westfield, and then they will be finally here at QCell. Talking about Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye, and that's sometime in 2016. And then in 2017, Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye won the 100 meters at the Islamic Solidarity Games in Baku, Azerbaijan, in a timing of 11.56 seconds. And she later on won the silver medal in the 200 meters, 23.15 seconds. So, like we've been saying, in terms of improving her timing gradually, she's been doing phenomenally well. 2016, 2015, of course, that one is in the African Games in Congo, Brazzaville. She reached the semi-finals of both the 100 meters and the 200 meters, but eventually was eliminated because of her timing wasn't good enough. But from that, she's been gradually improving and won her first gold medal, especially at that high level, international level, in Azerbaijan, Baku, in the 100 meters, and then silver in the 200 meters.
Absolutely. I think her timing has been very, very good. Most of the time, 22 point something, 23 point something. She has not even getting to 24, 25. So that tells you that she's absolutely working very, very well. And she has been very much particular with the timing as well, even at the African Games. Even if she's to finish first, but she ensures that she try to catch up with the time. Because what I realized from her was during the hits at the African Games, she did not want to run at a timing where it will give other athletes to try and catch up to her pace. She was very much particular with the timings, and she has been improving stage after stage. And of course, looking at all the timings that she has run, I think the timing has been very, very impressive. And I'm very much sure she will live up to this time. If she doesn't bring the time down, she will not absolutely go beyond 23 point something or 24 point something when it comes to the seconds added on that. But I think she's absolutely on the right track. All she needs now is extra motivation, extra coaching, and extra support.
Is she becoming the face of African sprints in the women Yes, we know Marie-Josée Talou still has it. Marie-Josée Talou, fantastic athlete for the Ivory Coast. But of recent, we've seen races where Gina Mariam Bass defeated her in the 100 meters, sometimes in the 200 meters. And in these 200 meters, they started in the Rabat Games, the African Games in Rabat 2019. Gina Mariam Bass, out of the odds, came out first in that race. Is she becoming the face of African athletics, the sprints, 100 and 200 meters?
Oh, yes, absolutely. She's becoming the face of African athletics, because if you look at the 100 meters right now, or the 200 meters, once you made mention of this event, people's mind will definitely go straight to Gina, being at the 100 or 200, and she has left a legacy in Ghana. And then in other competitions that she took part as well, she has absolutely left a legacy there. And once you're talking about these events, people will definitely have their minds set on Gina. So I totally agree that she's becoming the face of track and field, that is athletics as well. And as I said earlier on, I think even her other competitors are very much wary of her now, because they know that, yes, this woman is not here to stop. She's aiming high, and nothing can stop her from getting there. And of course, when she finished fourth in the semifinals, going into the final, as Marie-Josée Talou did not compete, but she was very much particular that still she will pose, she will have other athletes who will pose a challenge to her, and she was very much ready. And of course, Maya Alice of Liberia and the Nigerian Olajide Olayinka, all of them were very much challenging, but she was able to beat them. And with the absence of Josée Talou, I think these girls are also trying to come up and try to adjust to the pace and try to catch up with Gina. But she's absolutely ahead of them, and they showed that respect to her and said, look, I think it's high time they work very hard if they want to beat the likes of Gina. And Gina is not here to stop. She's absolutely working very hard to ensure that she stays ahead of all these athletes. So I think she's the face of this event as far as Africa is concerned.
Still talking about Gina Mariam Bass Bittaye in 2016, after winning that bronze medal in the African Championships in Durban, South Africa, she qualifies to the Rio Olympic Games. That was her first Olympic participation. And after qualifying to the Olympics, in the Olympics, she competed for the Gambia in the 200 meters and also in the 100 meters, but in the 200 meters, she could not go beyond heat 5 with a timing of 23.43 seconds. So that was her first Olympics. And then the second Olympic Games was in Tokyo, Japan. This was the Olympics which was delayed by a year due to the COVID-19 in 2020. She competed in the indoors, set a national record in the 60 meters. This was in France with a timing of 7.11 seconds, and later qualified for the Tokyo Olympic Games 100 meters and 200 meters, where she broke her own national record in the women's 100 meters, 11.12 seconds. That was in the preliminary rounds. Then reached the semifinals, but couldn't go beyond the semifinals in a time of 11.16 seconds. And for the women's 200 meters, she also qualified in other successive events. So we can talk about Gina Mariam Bass all day, about her achievements, lots of it. And it's of recent that she started getting better and better. We can also talk about her competition in the 100 and 200 meters in the Konya Games. This was in Turkey earlier in 2022, where she also competed and won the gold medals. She's been fantastic, Amadou.
I think 2022 has been one of her best years, because she has done so well competing in the 60 meters at the World Indoor in Belgrade, and having a timing of 7.31 seconds. That was absolutely wonderful. And then in the African Championship in Port Louis, Mauritius, of course, she also improved in the 100 meters, finishing with 11.08 seconds in 100 meters. That is absolutely an electrifying pace from her. And then she also went into the final at the wind assisted 11.06 seconds, and became the first person from the Gambia to win a gold medal at the African Athletics Championship. And she has absolutely been improving. Look, the timings of 11.02 seconds in 100 meters, that's just an electrifying pace. And then 22.71, and then 23.13, and then you get to the 200 meters. That is also another event which I think 200 meters is even her best event. And a lot of people will be like, okay, if I compete in the 200 meters or in other events, I think when I come down to events of shorter distance, I will not be able to do better. But that is a different story as far as Gina is concerned. If she blows up to expectation in the 200 meters, give her the 100 meters, she will absolutely marshal that one easily. And she has just been a tremendous athlete, and I only hope and pray that she is injury-free and free from any other thing, just to ensure that she is very much focused on the best of conditions, and she will absolutely continue raising the Gambian flag to the highest level as far as athletics is concerned.
If you're just joining us, this is a special broadcast where we're talking about Gina Mariam Bittaye, her welcome from the airport. Now we're seeing from our pictures, Lamin, they just passed the St. Peter's Senior Secondary School on the road. Now they're coming towards the Westfield end, but before they'll have to pass by Tabokoto, Latrikunda, then in Talinding, eventually reach to Westfield, and then Thorn on the right, coming towards the Caraba Avenue Road, where finally they'll be at QCell, where the fanfare will begin before the big event on Friday, 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll give you details of that. But right now, this special woman, this ambassador for the Gambia, she's represented the Gambia in many competitions in the country, regionally, and then at the continental level. She won enormous accolades in the 100 meters and 200 meters, medals from bronze medal to silver medal and gold medals as well. Internationally, also outstanding achievement. But her biggest achievement, of course, would be to reach the finals of the Olympic Games. And this year, definitely, she's been showing signs of massive improvements in the competitions that she has been. Yes, if you look at some of the achievement that she had, we will get into the details of that. But right now, we will take a short commercial break, and when we are back, it's about Gina Mariam Bittaye, Gambia's Berlin Queen of the Tracks, the best athlete for the Gambia on record, by far, by miles, both male and female. She is the best Gambian athlete. There's no question about that.